My name is Arun Asok. I'm a postdoctoral research scientist here at Columbia University at the Zuckerman Mind-Brain Behavior Institute in the lab of Eric Kandel. My research focuses really on helping individuals with anxiety, fear, or post-traumatic stress disorders. Probably the most colloquial term used for our defensive responses is the fight or flight response, and I think that can aptly describe really the conflicting processes going on, whether we should run from a threat or whether we're going to stay and fight. And really the translational goal of my work, when you think about just the concepts of innate and learned fear, given that we have an immediate or reflexive reaction to an immediate danger, and then later if we experience something similar, a learned kind of fear reaction, my research really tries to uncover what is it that's unique about those initial first moments of experiencing a threat. What are the neural circuits, genes, and molecules that control that? And how can that then influence our long-term behavioral changes or our defensive response to similar threats in the future? The first time I was really exposed to Eric's work was in graduate school, and primarily through his text, Principles of Neuroscience, but also through a book that I had read that he had written some years ago, In Search of Memory. And what was very interesting about reading that book and then revisiting kind of his name in a graduate course was he had an amazing ability to take complex scientific concepts and break them down, but also showed a remarkable breadth and depth to his scientific inquiry. One of the videos that I'd seen when I was first applying to Eric's lab, the interviewer had asked him, well, what can you offer or provide to your students? And this to me was the most intriguing point that Eric made, was that he can help us refine and develop our taste for science. And for me, that was an important question because, and probably one of the most pivotal experiences in my education, because that interview and then my subsequent experience in his lab allowed me to understand how scientific taste develops and how to kind of refine our scientific approach. I think that was my first real experience into cultural diversity when I showed up at the lab, and we had different people in the lab from Italy, from Germany, from Greece, from Bulgaria. And I think having the opportunity to interact with these people when I first showed up here from a place like Delaware really allowed me to expand my understanding in terms of the world, but my cultural understanding of the diversity of science. And I think that's the same thing that happens in New York City too. As soon as I walk out of my door and I walk down the street, you have access to some of the greatest art museums in the world and access to a culture that's unlike any other place that I've been. I'm lucky enough to have acquired a faculty position at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and I'm really excited about taking some of these fundamental discoveries that I've made with Eric in the lab and really expanding upon them. But also a lot of the skills that I've gained here, not only in how to mentor students, how to interact with colleagues, but really how to develop ideas in a group setting and take a collaborative approach to really solving problems. And that's something that Columbia has given me that hopefully I can share freely with the other people that I work with or train with in the coming years.